Hi guys, welcome back to CAD Jewelry Projects. My name is John, and in today's video, we're diving into another CAD jewelry design inspired by AI jewelry concept from ChatGPT. Feel free to follow along as we transform this AI design into a CAD production model using MatrixGold, applicable to Rhino and Matrix9 as well. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Again, thanks to everyone for watching and subscribing. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, last thing guys, before we begin, I want to give a shout out to Dima, Matthias, and Alfie. They signed up to my Emerald program on my Patreon, even though my exclusive content is not ready yet. But they did it anyway to support my channel. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. So basically what we have here is the this AI picture. This came from ChatGPT, and what we do here in our channel is we try to convert this into CAD production model. So we use AI to for an inspiration and make it possible to produce in real life jewelry. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this started. First thing I wanted to do is we're gonna go ahead and go to properties, and then I'm just gonna try to make the transparency on this a little bit, just a tiny bit, make it transparent. See, make it transparent just a little bit. Okay guys, all right, I'm gonna pull this up. So now what I can see here is how we have like a heart filigree on here. It's almost like a heart scroll work, so we're gonna try to do that later on. So now we're gonna start with our ring rail. You can decide any ring rail you want. You can decide any size, so but for me I'm gonna put like size 8 to start. Okay, there we go. And then now I'm gonna use a center stone that is not too big. It's not too big. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to gem, and then we're gonna make this just about 4.5 millimeter. All right, then after this I'm gonna go to my true finger view or my front view, and then we're gonna pull this up, and then from our ring rail I want to pull this up by about not too high, because we want the setting to be not so high. So approximately about 0.35. There you go. And then from here we're gonna go ahead and use the under bezel. Okay, then we're just gonna adjust this under bezel, make it touch our ring rail, and then later on we can cut this to our finger rail. Okay, all right, I want the offset. I want this to offset about 0.2. Okay, all right, and then press enter when you're done. And then from here I'm gonna go ahead and create our prong. This is gonna be an 8 prong, so we have 8 prongs in here. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So from here I'm gonna go ahead and create a line. So I'm gonna draw a line from here to here. Okay, it's a little bit angle. Okay, you can pull this a little bit up or a little bit down, these points right here, but for me I just wanted to stop somewhere around here. Okay, and then from here we're gonna use a 2-hole pipe. This pipe is gonna be about 0.9 millimeter, and then I want this pipe to be rounded. The cap will be rounded. Okay, make sure this is on. Okay, because you have 2 selection here, 3 selection. You have none, flat, or round, so we're gonna choose round. And then once you're done with that, you can press enter. All right, we're gonna make this color metal color layer 1. And then now we're gonna go to top view. From the top view, we're gonna go ahead and use polar array, and then the center will be our f4 or 000, and then we're gonna use number of items will be 8. There you go, type 8, enter, enter, and there you go. All right, so now what I can see here on this AI design is we have a small speaker here and then small speaker here, right? So we're gonna go ahead and make that happen. So go to solid, and then we can draw a speaker. You can draw a speaker or your center, and then right here, go to front view. Okay, let's delete that. Let's do that again. Okay, so we're gonna be approximately about 1.6. Then we're gonna pull this up. Once you pull that up, go to top view, and then pull it to your top of your diamond. Okay, that's basically this right here, right? So later on we can adjust this a little bit, or we can make it smaller. It's up to you, but for me, I'm just gonna make it like around 2 millimeter, and then I'm gonna mirror this to the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna use mirror to our x-axis. There you go. All right. All right, so the tricky part here is to make this scroll work, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use a flow along the surface to make the scroll work. So how do we do that is we're gonna go ahead and cut our ring rail. So we're gonna split by point from our quad right here and to our quad right here, and then press enter. And then what you're gonna be left with is this line right here, and this is what we're gonna use. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and rebuild this by 10 and 3, and then press OK. Then after this, we're gonna go ahead and extrude curve. Then we're gonna extrude this by about 5 on both direction. Okay, so both direction, yes. So press enter. All right, so, and then we're gonna make this color gray. All right, then after this, we're gonna go ahead and use create UV curves, and then enter again. And what you're gonna have is this rectangle box right here. We're gonna put this on our center. We're gonna pull it up there like so. All right, our next thing to do here is we're gonna trace something from our filigree, from the AI, right, from the inspiration that we have. So I'm just gonna trace this heart right here, trace this scroll work right here, and then over here, right? So to do that, make sure you lock your picture. So you lock it, so this way, even though you click on here, you won't be able to click it. All right, so let's go ahead and use intercurve. So type intercurve. All right, and then now we're gonna draw just a small scroll work that's gonna look like a heart when you mirror it, right? So about like that. Okay, and make sure that you draw a line to our center here, right here, so that way you know the center, you know your center, right, of this square rectangle box, right? So there you go. So we have that. We're gonna edit it a little bit, edit the points. So over here, there you go. Right. All right, this is gonna be a trial and error, so make it just close as possible. That's okay. All right, so now we're gonna go on to the next one. So go intercurve again. We're gonna draw this line right here, this scroll work right here. There we go. There we go. And then from here, you can adjust the points. Once you click your curve, you can press F10, and then you will be able to adjust your points. Okay, then like so. And then you just adjust this little by little. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So and then the last part is this scroll work right here. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. So type insert curve again, or you can try to find the insert curve on the curve right here. It's probably somewhere around here, but I like to type my the tools that I'm using, so I always remember. Okay, so over here we're just gonna draw this last curve, last whole work that we got. There we go. And then press F10 again if you want to adjust it a little bit more. Okay, there you go. There we go. Okay, all right, so we're done with that. What you want to do here is you want to save this. Okay, you want to be able to save your file, so that way when something happens, you make sure you still have something. You don't have to start from the start. Okay, so that's the way I usually design. You always try to save something before you move on to the next step. All right, so now we're gonna use a we're gonna go to ClayU. So we have 3 scroll work right here. We're gonna go to ClayU, and then we're gonna activate our subleaf right here. All right, you're gonna see it activated when you have these tools on top right here. All right, so from here we're gonna go ahead and select this, and then we're gonna go to edit. As you can see here, there you have a lot of tools here, right? But we're just gonna use a tool called it should be okay, it's gonna be on creation, and the tool is gonna be called on ClayU. Okay, so press that. Once you have this, what you want to adjust here is the start radius. You want this to be about 0.35. Enter. The end radius is to be same thing. Hold on for a minute. Let me just drink my water here. All right. So from here, we're gonna change the segment to about 12. And then we're gonna pull this points right here. We're gonna pull it all the way right here. Over here, we're gonna pull this points over here as well. All right. As you can see, there you go. All right. To me, that looks pretty good. So press OK. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here. All right. So we're gonna use a tool called pipe. So same thing right here. We want this to be about 0.035. The end radius is about 0.035. All right, segment is going to be number 12, and then adjust the points, and then over here. When you see something like this, you can adjust more the points, maybe about 16. There you go. That looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and press enter. And we're still gonna adjust this later on after I do the third one. All right. So we're gonna use the same tool. So go to pipe, and then from here we're gonna adjust this to 0.035, and then the next one too will be about 0.35, and then segment will be about okay 0.35. Segment will be about 16. Okay, maybe about 18. All right, that looks pretty good. So press enter. Press OK. All right, now we have this, right? We have 3 layer, right? So now we're gonna go to vertex mode, and we want to adjust this a little bit, right? Because I want this to be something like almost like this. We're gonna make this a little bit thicker. There you go. Okay, something like that. Yeah, a little bit thicker on the end, right? Adjust this a little bit more. So like so. There you go. Yeah, that looks a lot better than this one, right? So we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep adjusting this to almost like that. This way you get to practice your play skill, right? So the more you do it, the more you're gonna be able to practice your play skill, and the more you're gonna be able to practice your scroll work. And this is important when you're doing where you're in a jewelry field, because some your clients might ask for the filigree design, and you should be able to make something like this if you're already in advance in your CAD designing. All right, so something like this, make it more thicker, make it more wide, thicker. There you go. There you go. That looks good to me. So the last one, we're gonna do the last one. All right, and you gotta be patient when you're doing this, right? You gotta be enjoying the process when you're designing something like this. Okay. All right, like that. Okay, make this closer, like so. All right, so that looks pretty good. We can probably make this a little bit thicker, the outside. So let's do that. There you go. Once you get used to it, you're really gonna have fun doing this, because this is one of the most important when you're doing your filigree design. All right. Okay, so now we're done with that. That looks pretty good to me. So the next step is to make sure you save your files before moving on to the next step. Okay, so that way when you like what I said, if your matrix gold crash, you still have this. All right, so okay, so next step, we're gonna go ahead and convert this to to nerves. So we're done with clay U. Let's go ahead and convert it to nerves. Okay, so click nerves right here. Do you want to delete the original objects? Yes. There we go. And then you can click sub D again, so you deactivate the sub D. All right, and we're gonna make this color metal layer 02. Okay, and then I want you now to go to front view, and then select everything. Select the control work. Okay, and then now what I want to do here is I want to have a little bit of thickness for our scroll work. So we're gonna do that by using Cage Edit. Okay, so here you want to go ahead and draw a line. Here we're gonna draw a line for about 1.4. Okay, draw another line. It's about like this tall, right? So and then I'm going to draw another line here to about 1.6, and then another line both sides to about 1.6 right here. Okay, so from here I'm going to go ahead and grab my scroll work, and then I'm going to go ahead and type Cage Edit. Once you type Cage Edit, you go to bounding box, C plane, and then change this to about 5 on X, 5 on Y, and then 5 on Z. Then press enter, enter. And then once you see the vertex here, you're now able to adjust your file, right? Your scroll work. So we're gonna grab the top vertex, the 2, and then we're gonna pull this up, okay, like so. Okay, once you have that, is go to rotate, and then we're gonna rotate this up, so that way from 1.6 goes down to 1.4. all right, very simple, right? So now we have a little bit of thickness for our filigree, right? So now I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and mirror this. So we're gonna go and mirror it to here. All right, so now, and there you go. You can still adjust this a little bit more if you want. Like here you want this to go inside, right? So go to front view, and you can use Cage Edit again, and then adjust this down. There you go. So now you see the metal that goes in there to your heart shape filigree. It goes in. There you go. That looks a lot better. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. Actually, that looks pretty good. What I want to do is I want this to be a little bit thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate the vertex again and make it a little bit thicker. And there you go. All right. And then over here, that looks pretty good. So, so now what's next, right? So next, we're done with this. We're now go ahead and unlock the picture. Unlock. And then put this on the side right here. And then now I want to go ahead and extrude curve. I want this middle line here to be extruded in this direction. Right? There you go. Actually, before we extrude, I want to rebuild this line to about 10 and 3. And then now we can do extrude in this direction right here. Right here. There you go. Right? So now let's turn this to gray. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and save this again. All right, so now the next part here is we're gonna use flow along the surface. So grab everything and then type flow along the surface, And then it's gonna ask you the base of your surface is gonna be this right here, and then the target is gonna be this. And then let's give it a try. And there you go. As you can see, we have the filigree on top of the ring, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that process again so everybody can follow. So I'm gonna go ahead and Control Z to go back. So let's go ahead and select this filigree, and then once you select that, go type flow along the surface. And there's multiple ways to make this as well. You can use smart flow, but for me, I like using flow along the surface. I've been using it for a while now, so I just do that because that one works for me. All right, so okay, so now it's gonna ask you the base of your surface right here, and then the target is this one right here. All right, there you go. All right, so now we can now go ahead and delete this because we don't need it. All right, and then now we can go ahead and mirror this to our y-axis. There you go. Okay, all right, like so. And what I showed you in the rendering is because I have what I showed you on the animation that I did earlier. I have a small stone right here. You can add that, or you don't have to, but I want to show you still on how I do it. So there we go. I'm going to show you that now. What I did is I grabbed a gem. This gem is only going to be about 2.5 millimeter. I want it to be a little bit smaller, so I'll pull it up, pull this up, and then I rotate it from here to here, right? And then you can use edit again, pull it down a little bit, and there you go. And then from here, I went ahead and use under bezel again, under bezel. There you go. Make this a little bit angle. The height is gonna be like that. Offset is gonna be about 0.15 or 0.2. That's fine. And then press enter. All right. So now we can make this closer on the right side. So let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and rotate here to here. Okay guys, we're back. Guess what happened? My Matrix Gold just crashed, so we're back here. So that's why you always try to save your files before you move to the next step sometimes, right? So yeah, let's continue. So now let's create our the bottom shaft. I'm gonna go ahead and mirror all this. We're gonna mirror this to our y-axis. There you go, the other side. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and create another ring rail, or you can draw another circle. Create another ring rail by size 8. Profile placer. All right. You can make your profile manually, right? So add a profile. It's gonna be number 3. This would be about 1. Let's make it 1.2, right? And then let's add another profile over here. And then this profile will be 1.3. There we go. And then now we're gonna use sweep 1. Type sweep 1 from here to here. There we go. All right. Make this color. There you go. And then go to tools, and then we're gonna add a profile cap right here. There we go. All right. We're gonna go ahead and join, and then we're gonna mirror it to the other side. All right, and then we can join this again. There you go. And there you go, guys. That's pretty much about it. If you like this content tutorial, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drop any questions or requests in the comments below. Once again, guys, thanks everyone for watching and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.